that's what we were going to do next, wasn't it? We were going to go to Ilium. We were doing the DLC, yes. Let's get the DLC out of the way. So... we need to pick up Ish's... Huh. We need to pick up Ish's package as well from Ilium. So, yeah, it sets everything up so well. And like, even, you know, 3 is kind of... well, I don't want to talk about 3. I don't want to talk about 3 in this while we're playing 2. But man, I always forget how good Mass Effect 2 is. When I think of, you know, my top games of all time, Red Dead 2, The Witcher 3, and I've not played the DLC of The Witcher, and I know that's a failing, and I really need to fix that. I've not played The Witcher since it came out. No, since maybe a year after it came out. We're going shopping, right? So yeah, I know we need to do a Witcher 3 playthrough. We need to do a Witcher 2 playthrough. Because I enjoyed 2 as well. It's not as good as 3 by a long shot, but I enjoyed 2. But Mass Effect 2 has to be up there. It has to be one of the best games ever made. And I think it's maybe not in the conversation because it is a part 2 of a trilogy with questionable moments. But as a game, as an experience, replaying this years on, I dropped Mass Effect after Mass Effect 3. I played through Mass Effect 3 once and then I did it 2 years ago when we first started this channel. No, the other channel. The Voice of TOD channel. When we first started that, I played through Mass Effect. I think we did 1, 2 and 3, and then they announced the Legendary Edition and I was like, well, I've kind of just played through them all. Which is why it's taken so long to get to this now. But
I'm Commander Shepard.
I loved it then.
This is my favorite store on the Citadel.
2 is just...
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
yeah, there's so much in it. There's so much. Considering that this game cost 40 quid, and you probably get more... Does he sell anything? No, he doesn't have a kiosk. You probably get more gameplay out of this, and you can play it multiple times with different classes and different options. There's so many different ways you can play through the story. It was worth the money. Let's just say that. It was well worth the 40 quid entry fee. I don't actually know how much the Legendary Edition was.
For 10 credits, we offer data protection
But again,
for any game we sell.
I'm Commander Shepard.
I'd argue it's well worth the money.
The
Right, this is the one that we needed. This is 50k, right? Yeah. Snipers, pistols, SMGs. A weapon specialist? What's that do now? Fully upgraded weapon. Is that the first weapon we've fully upgraded? Oh. Well, lagging on that weapon upgrade. Yeah, Tachanka is the other one, isn't it? Go back to Normandy. Yes, so we need to get 150k, approximately, for Tachanka. And let's go buy our upgrades. No, that one. What, really? There's no extras? I suppose we've got extra rounds and then we've got the damage against. Ah. I feel like that's broken. The pistol crate, yeah. Geth shield. There's another one of those somewhere. I feel like that's broken as well. AP sniper rifle. Right, okay, so I think we've got them on. AP pistol, there's a lot of pistol upgrades. Right, okay. Fair enough. I don't think we need to talk to anyone. Maybe Thane. We were halfway through a conversation with Thane, weren't we? We talk?
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Of course, Shepard. Join me.
Still talking to Cole yet?
Yes. It's still difficult, but he seems less angry. Will you hear my confession, Shepard?
Of course.
I wouldn't talk to you if I didn't want to hear what you have to say.
When I married Erica, the Hanar let me leave their service to raise a family, but I had no other skills, so I freelanced. When Erica was killed, I pursued those responsible. Once I'd eliminated them, I had no goal. I accepted the Dantiest commission because I didn't know what else to do.
I guess you're lucky we came along when we did.
It was an intervention by the gods. I would have died in that penthouse. I would have fulfilled my contract. If Nasana's guards caught me afterwards, it would have been a good death. But someone else was pushing to reach the target, forcing me to move faster. Challenging me. I had to reach her first.
You're alive because I wounded your pride?
Pride is the line between a professional and a thug.
That's true.
Her mission gave me purpose. A cause to die for. A chance to atone. I was able to speak to my son again. I can leave my body in peace.
We've helped him find solace, I think.
You've had a hard life. You deserve some peace.
Whatever may happen, my gun is yours.
I'm not planning on letting you die. Let me just make that clear. Not in a firefight, anyway. Anything new from Garrus?
The commander has put together an impressive team. I've never worked with so many aliens before.
That's because you're a Cerberus racist.
We might just pull this mission off.
That might be a bit cruel, actually. But a lot of people join Cerberus for just that kind of thing.
Have you got a minute?
Still
Gonna
calibrating.
wait for a bit. I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
That's fair.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Grunt? Do we need to talk to Grunt? I think we're done with Miranda. I think we're done with Jacob as well.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
Always. I'm dealing with a few loose
We've
ends
already
with
done
Cerberus.
this.
We haven't had much free time lately.
We've already had this
But
conversation.
I haven't forgotten our earlier discussion. I think we're crazy, but I haven't forgotten. Assuming you're still interested.
What would have been really cool is if there was a conversation about Overlord. With it being a Cerberus thing.
Oh, I'm definitely interested.
Glad to hear it.
We can skip all
I'll be
this.
by the next time things are quiet.
Things are never quiet around here, you know that. Maybe we're done with everyone. But it makes sense because we've still got main story missions to do. But we've picked these guys up late in the story, so Let's try Grunt one last time. Is he going to threaten to come in again?
Shepard,
Just checking in. How you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They
Good for
all
you.
give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Solarian with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart? Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them? So what did you want?
Don't wear yourself out on someone else's memories. We've got our own bad guys to fight.
Your enemies are my enemies.
I know.
We'll shove the Collector's claws where a dark sun can't shine. They will deserve it. I won't disrespect their strengths by doing less than the worst to them.
It's what we need, I guess.
That's the kind of thinking that will save a galaxy.
You make it possible, Shepard. You're my battle master. You give me purpose. That's what makes Krogan feared soldiers, and not animals. Lead well, Shepard. You have my respect.
Every time I talk to Grunt, I get a little bit more scared of the guy. He is clearly not Rex. He hasn't had Rex's experience. He hasn't seen the world.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, good timing.
Oh,
in fact.
good.
Excellent.
Go around everyone else
Big
then.
breakthrough. Can share results while next samples grow. Hate waiting for culture analysis. Never fast enough. Usually no result in advance. Just checking work. Have to be careful. Getting off track. Discovery. Based on Prothean collector connection, can examine technology, chart Reaper species modification, fall of Protheans.
Oh, wow.
Tell me what happened.
Early stages similar to indoctrination, can guess captured Protheans lost intelligence over several cloned generations. Cybernetic augmentation widespread afterward. As Protheans failed, Reapers added tech to compensate. Mental capacity almost gone, replaced by overworked sensory input transfers. Transmitting data to masters.
Jesus.
Does knowing how the Protheans fell tell us anything useful about how to stop the Collectors? Or the Reapers?
Stop.
Not yet. More useful as motivation. Effects on Protheans more than indoctrination, body modification. No self-preservation instinct. Old injuries not healed, no reproduction, just cloning. Technology overriding biology, not augmenting. No art, no culture, closer to husks than slaves. Tools for Reapers. Protheans dead, Collectors just final insult. Must be destroyed.
We can do that.
You said the Collectors had no art. I had no idea you cared about that kind of thing.
Personal interest negligible. Sang a little. Multi-species productions for cultural exploration.
You
Gilbert and
sang?
Sullivan always had me do the patter songs. But not about me. Cultural artistic expression reflects philosophical evolution, interest in growth, perspective, observation, interpretation. Suspect you won't see any art in Collector base. Culturally dead. Tools for Reapers. Worse than the Geth.
Yeah, we're coming back to this.
I'm sorry. I know that was important, but you performed Gilbert and Sullivan?
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
Wow. I would never have expected that from Mordin when I first found that out. the
What is it about the
yeah.
Collector's modification that bothers you so much?
Disrupts socio-technological balance.
We're gonna make him sing again.
All scientific advancement due to intelligence overcoming, compensating for limitations. Can't carry a load, so invent wheel. Can't catch food, so invent spear. Limitations. No limitations, no advancement. No advancement, culture stagnates. Works other way, too. Advancement before culture is ready. Disastrous. Saw it with Krogan. Uplifted by Solarians. Disastrous. Our fault.
You blame the Solarians for what the Krogan did?
Yes, like giving nuclear weapons to cavemen. Krogan unprepared for spaceflight, technological advance. Krogan could have evolved alone, worked out aggression, been ready to use new tech responsibly. Instead, Solarians came, disrupted Krogan culture, used Krogan as blunt instrument against Rachni. Short-sighted. Foolish.
But is it First Contact Protocol in Star Trek?
If you feel that way, why did you work on the genophage modification?
Talked before. Best option. That, or kill them all. If around during first contact, would have argued against it. Wasn't there then. Do what I can.
I didn't think you needed any more motivation than you already had to stop the Collectors.
Enjoyed challenge. Saw necessity of attack on Collectors after Plague on Omega. Their work, my people. Hard to care about two armies. One wins, one loses. Always work to do after. Now, have more context. See what Collectors are. Wasn't looking for other work before. Don't mean to imply that. Just committed now. Won't let you down.
You said the Collectors had no art.
Personal interest, but not about. Suspect you won't see any.
We're gonna hear it again.
Base. Culturally dead.
I'm sorry. I know that was
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
I love it. I love it. Thanks, Modin. You see why he's a fan favorite, right?
Thanks for sharing what you've learned, Morton.
Proud to be here, Shepard. Thank you for including me.
You're always going to have a part on my team, Modin. Wherever that takes us. You're always going to have a part on it.
Thanks for diverting to the Gurns back, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. And don't worry, it will not affect how I do my job. It's over.
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these
We'll talk later.
We don't get a lot from him. Go back to the particle beam. Although the grenade launcher did good work, I don't feel that it hits as hard. Okay, let's jump. We're going to divert to the Manos Wasteland. So what have we got? Fortis and Castus. Don't we have a mission for Castus? Oh. Invictus. It's a pretty strong name for a planet as well, to be honest.
Probe launched. Probe away.
It looks like a Malteser. You think?
Probe launched.
I wonder if it's honeycomb inside. Yeah, ESO. Give me the ESO.
Probe.
Thank you. Oh, we're so close. Bit more ESO. Bit more ESO.
Probe away.
I don't know how many upgrades are left. I mean, there must be some. Okay, 150 ESO. That's what we're pushing for now, because we've hit the first 25k. Or the first extra 25k. I am pretty sure we're not going to use anywhere near these resources, and if we hit all the 9s with iridium,
Probe away.
I feel that they have tweaked the balance of materials and minerals and things in this game in favor of the player, because I don't remember it being anywhere near this much. Like, I remember there being this many planets. I don't think they've added anything there. It just feels like it's giving more,
Probe away.
which is a bit mad. Because it always gave enough. I never felt short of materials because I'm sad and I mine everything because I need loot.
Probe launched. Probe launched. Launching probe.
Okay.
Probe launched.
We got to be done soon, right? I'm getting a little bored of this.
Probe away.
Thank you. Anomaly? Veer. No anomaly. What time are we on? Okay.
Probe away.
The good planets seem to give you almost as much as the rich ones sometimes.
Probe. Probe away.
I don't really remember how
Probe
the...
launched.
Or even if there was a mineral system with Mass Effect 3. They've changed a lot of Mass Effect 3 behind the scenes anyway, because they've got rid of the multiplayer, sadly. We will play some multiplayer on the channel, actually. I'll download Mass Effect 3 independently, the old version, the 2012 version, because the multiplayer was so much fun, and there's still people playing it, because it was an exceptional co-op experience. It's such a shame that we don't have anything like that anymore. And it kind of felt tacked on to Mass Effect 3. And it also was the first game that I remember, FIFA might have been doing it as well, but first game that I remember had a loot box system. Actually, PyTAS. We'll go PyTAS. Actually, I will say the Mass Effect 3 loot box system, as I remember it, you could also earn everything in-game just by playing the game and earning credits. So while loot box systems and stuff like that is basically gambling, it has been recognised as gambling in European countries, and it is a horrible business model that seems to make them a lot of money, and I don't like it. I'm being perfectly honest. I think there's got to be a better way. I don't know what it is, but there's got to be a better way. But the Mass Effect 3 system was not as predatory as FIFA Ultimate Team is, or the Call of Duty stuff seemed to be. Certainly not as bad as Star Wars Battlefront 2 when that launched about 5-6 years ago. That was an absolute disaster. Yeah, the Mass Effect 3 one was okay. Hey, Aquitas?
Unregistered user or record damaged. Status is not known. Beacon triggered by Universal Distress Protocol. Unregistered user or record damaged. Status is not known. Beacon triggered by Universal Distress
Interesting.
Protocol. Unregistered user or record.
I have found something.
Service scans report potential alien signatures from within the mining facility. Anomalous life signs detected. Whereabouts of facility staff unknown. I guess we'll be heading down there. Abandoned mine sounds like we will get resources as well, right? Maybe something Prothean?
Probe launched.
There is a Prothean one that I don't remember if we've had or not. We've been playing this game since January, I think.
Probe away.
No, it can't be. We can't have been playing this since January.
Launching probe.
Have we been playing this since January? No. We might have been playing this since January. That's a long time we've been playing this.
Probe launched.
Jesus. We've not taken Jack for a while. Oh, Jack and Mordin sounds like fun. I like warp ammo, but I'm going to give you pull. It's just so annoying that everybody's going to have 1 point left over. Oh. I want to max that out, but I can't. Because the 1 point that's in Cryoblast would be really good to have in there. So stupid. This is the one flaw with this system, and I never realised it was a flaw until this playthrough. This is the one problem I have with this game. That I remember having a problem with. What shotgun are you on? No, have that. Have a big girl shotgun. I don't like the phalanx, but you might. It's raining. Hello? This is the one I was waiting for.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, you can do that as well. No, I hate this one. It's not as powerful. That is a container? Okay, that's a container. I can hear screaming. Yeah, this is... I do not like this one. Last time I played Mass Effect 2, I don't know how many times I died in this section. Oh, hold me.
Enemies inbound.
One down.
Right behind you.
No sweat.
The husks are great in this. What have you found? If you're reading this, get the hell out of this place. Now. Those screams are not husks.
Not difficult.
So I know what those screams are, I just don't know if they're actually here. And there's a red one. Stay down. It's awful.